to Heroes of the Faith Series 2. If you remember last week, we said we're just going to be looking at one hero of the faith in this series. But last week we heard more about the villain of our story, didn't we? Can you remember his name? His name was Ahab. And we said in the story last week that Ahab was worshipping these false gods. And one of those false gods was called Baal. And they believed that Baal was in control of the weather and that Baal was able to make the crops grow. And that's really important for today's story. But can you remember the name of our hero? His name is Elijah. Now, Elijah wasn't like a superhero. In fact, the Bible tells us that Elijah was a human being just like us. And that's what we said a hero of the faith is, isn't it? An ordinary person who God uses in an extraordinary way. Now, Elijah loved God. And because he loved God, he didn't like that King Ahab was worshipping false gods and doing things to make the Lord, the God of Israel, angry. So Elijah decided to teach Ahab a lesson. Elijah prayed that God would stop the rain. Why would Elijah pray to stop the rain? Well, do you remember what we said the people believed Baal was in control of? That's right, the weather and the crops. So without rain, the crops wouldn't grow, would they? And it would prove to King Ahab and the people that actually it was God that was in control, not Baal. After the rain had stopped, God spoke to Elijah. And he told him to go east to a place called Kerith Ravine. God told Elijah that he'd be able to drink from the stream there, and that God had commanded some ravens, which are kind of like blackbirds, to bring him food to eat. So Elijah did as God had said and went to Kerith Ravine, where he was able to drink from the stream, and where morning and evening the birds came to bring him bread and meat to eat. But eventually the stream dried up because there was no rain, was there? And God spoke to Elijah again. This time he told him to go to a town called Zarephath in Sidon, and that he was to live there, where God had commanded a widow to look after him. I don't know about you, but I think Elijah's pretty brave. To teach a king a lesson, to trust God to provide for him, and to step out and stand up for what he believes in. We're going to find out next week what happens when Elijah goes to Zarephath. What do you think? Is God going to do what he says he's going to do? Find out next week.